What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 13 different altcoins today. For those of you that are new to the channel, I do these request videos every single day. Yes, request videos where you request a coin, you request a stock, you request whatever it is. And whether if it's a stock, I'll put it in a separate video just for stock requests and stuff like that. But 2 requests per person per day. That's what I've mitigated it to. That seems to be the manageable level that we're at. Although I do have 13 requests. That's a pretty low amount of requests compared to normal. Lately we've been getting like 30 or more, at least like 20 or more. But it's probably because things have been going down over the past few days, and people just don't like to participate as much whenever things are down. You see it, man, time and time again. You get the most views when things are up because everybody wants to see it go up, and they just want to hear people say it's going to keep going up. And then when it goes down, nobody wants to hear someone say, you might have to wait. You might have to be patient. But you guys, the ones that are here now, you're faultless, you're fearless. Whether it's going up, whether it's going down, you want to hear the information, you want the analysis. So without any more dillying of the dally, let's get into it. This is the list that we're doing. Xano for Smooth Operator, Near Protocol and Fetch.ai for Unlawful Law, PYI for Mr. Hat, XDC for Benji III, Zeff for Geek USA, Helium Mobile for Salomao Santos, Doco for V7453, Filecoin for Cali Orange, VAI and PHALA for Ashugarg, HNT for April BB, and Used Car for Jordan Bailey. And without any further ado, you guys, let's get into this. Let's get it started. So hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate you guys. I was looking at this a second ago. On CoinX because it's got more data. I do like the overall structure for what it's worth. It's a very new coin, so anything could happen. You never know when you could see a move that pulls back to here. You never know, right? And I was looking at it here. The market cap is 53 million. It's a very, very low cap coin, but I think there are some good things going on for it. I just want to look real quick. That's the circulating supply. So I'm okay. All right, cool. I wonder what the tokenomics are. While we're here, why not? I was about to say I doubt that it'll show it. But Smooth Operator was saying that he thinks this is a good one, and I don't take that opinion lightly, man. He might be on track with that because, to be completely fair, that's a very bullish move in itself, right? It's on only 2 exchanges, MEXC and CoinX. So whenever it does get listed onto other exchanges, or whenever other exchanges take interest in it, that will be cause for them to accumulate some Xano, and then but would they? Because isn't Xano a privacy coin? You only seem to like privacy coins. Enterprise grade privacy security, yeah. So maybe it won't get on Coinbase or anything like that, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I don't think Coinbase does privacy coins, if that makes any sense. But enough of that. That's neither here nor there. Let's move on with the analysis. What I really do like about this is that you've found support on previous areas of resistance here at the top. You consolidated, you could have broke down, but you broke up instead. You're now finding support, you're checking back at the area that you broke out, and I think you want to continue on with this move. I think that this little hiccup that you're having right now, that's all it is. It's just an extended phase of this consolidation that you've more or less been in. You broke out, you showed your true colors, you showed where you want to go. Now you're just finding support at previous areas of resistance. I do think you want to continue higher. With as low of a market cap as it has now, you could see prices all the way up at $10, $8, something like that, in a very short amount of time. This last time it took 3 weeks really to move, so who knows where you're going to be in 3 weeks from now, but I do think you want to move higher. I like that the weekly, if you look at the RSI, you might be wondering, what about the bearish divergence? Well, it kind of already played out. You really have lower lows here now, and you have higher lows, so that is hidden bullish divergence, and I think this is a really strong looking weekly RSI actually. The daily RSI itself is also very strong looking, and the price action matches it, man. It looks very, very productive. So yes, I see what you're seeing, Smooth Operator. I think it wants to continue higher. Enough of that. I think that's good enough. Let's move on to Near Protocol. With as low of a market cap as it has, you guys, just to put it in perspective, I love going over the numbers because they get me excited, but $53 million, let's assume it catches any kind of attention at all. A $5 billion market cap in the height of the bull market is a very achievable number to hit. let alone 10 or 15 or 20. Those are all very achievable numbers to hit. It's at $53 million market cap right now. If it were to see a 10x, that'd be $533 million. If it were to see a 100x, that's $5.3 billion, which again, I was saying a second ago, if this catches any kind of traction at all, it gains any kind of relevance, a $5 billion market cap is more than achievable. So is this coin 100xable? Absolutely it is. Will it 100x? That's a different question. But the growth potential is absolutely there with this kind of market cap. That's all I'm trying to say. I would like to know more about the tokenomics because of the the token supply, but this is not a Xano video. Maybe I'll take some special interest in this and then I'll come back with a better video, but let's move on to the other coins for the day here. Near protocol, top to bottom here, closing above your 618. You are very overbought though. The fact that you broke through this 618 is beautiful, especially on the first pass, but I do think you could stand to consolidate for a little while. You could consolidate for a couple weeks, a few weeks, just 1 week, whatever. You're at a previous area of support here, culminated with the 61869 area. I would think that finding resistance here and pulling back perhaps to the 618, literally like right there at about $6.40, I think that would be completely called for. So especially with how hot you are on the RSI. It's the hottest you've ever been. Very strong move, love to see it, but you're probably going to take a little break right here. Top to bottom, 1886 hit. I mean, with the way that looks, I wouldn't be surprised if we moved up to 1095 first, but hard to say. With the daily RSI, it does look like you broke out of this uptrend that you had here. Looks like you kind of freshly just broke out of that, so I would think you see some downside, but man, you are very, very resilient in the price. You just don't want to give it up, so it depends on what happens. I want to look at Coinbase, something that has volume. It was a decent day yesterday in volume. It depends what happens. If you reverse like this, but you don't get continuation, like immediate follow through, like if today isn't not just green, but if we don't get like away from where this close was, if we don't move up to at least like 890, or maybe not 890, but 880, something like that. Like if we don't have somewhat of a significant day today, and then we turn around the next day, it doesn't matter if today's green. We could absolutely reverse from here. Let alone if today's red and we continue to move down. Even if it's slowly that we move down, by the time we get down here, we'd probably see a bigger move overall. Because again, you are in that phase in this area where you really could see consolidation. You've broken the upward trend line in your daily RSI. You just broke it, so that's not a good thing. You are very resilient. I'll give you that. You're definitely showing strength. The weekly RSI itself is really hot, but you're at an area where it would make sense to pull back as well. Also on the all-time history chart here, you're at a previous support area. Like there's a whole lot of things that would make sense for you to go down here. The daily does look a little bit bullish right now, but let's just see how it closes. I want to look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour RSI and the price action look bearish to me, genuinely. So I'm going to say you probably do continue to move down from here. Very resilient. Prove me wrong, man. Really like close today above $8.68. If you can do that, then you're probably continuing to go up to like around $10 before you see this consolidation. But nonetheless, at some point, you can only go up unstopped for so long. You're going to consolidate at some point. And the last time that you were in this price range over here, you consolidated for a little bit. So it really wouldn't be crazy. For several weeks, several months, if you consolidated from this price, maybe you go up a little bit higher, and then you consolidate from that price, but whatever. If that is your high, if this is your high, and we are assuming that it is, from low to high, the place that I'd expect you to go is anywhere from 520, potentially all the way down to 370. You might not even go down here. It is a normal thing to hit your 382, but you might consolidate up in this area because you do have previous support and previous resistance back here, so maybe perhaps you do consolidate around like 670 to 750, somewhere in that area. If we take the more immediate fib, your 382s right there at 550, 662, and I was saying around 670, so maybe you go to 662, I don't know. Essentially where these lows are, or where this closing high is, which is like right around there, yeah. I don't know. But that's probably going to happen. That's probably going to be something that's going on for multiple weeks now. So anyways, that's near protocol. Expect it to be boring. All that to say, expect it to be boring. That's my genuine opinion. Fetch.ai. on Coinbase. Is that the best one? It's not the best one, is it? I do that all the time. Binance. I think Binance is fine. Definitely a breakout, man. Yeah, you're looking really good. I'm sure I say the same thing every time I do the analysis on this thing. Yeah. Pretty overbought. It wouldn't be crazy if you took a break from here. Yeah, you're at your 1272. You know, you could pull back all the way to $1.20. I doubt you would go below there, but I mean, I suppose you could go to 84 cents. But I'd look for $1.20 or anything in between where you're at now. From this low to high, maybe $1.55 is on the table. $1.20 to $1.55, somewhere in that area. Just because you go below $1.20 doesn't mean you're condemned to 84 cents. Maybe you go to $1.10 and then you close above $1.20. Inevitably, I think you want to work up to 825. You're at 247 or 274 now, and probably beyond that. You know, this is just the beginning of the bull cycle, right? It all depends, I guess. But I wouldn't be surprised if right now you saw a higher low come in, right? You've got your higher highs, you've got your higher lows, but I think it's time to come down and form another higher low before forming your next higher high, which will probably take you again around, I mean, I would think above 436, but around 825 is my guess. So that's Fetch.ai, probably boring as well, / providing good buying opportunities. Now, don't confuse this, because I know there's a lot of you out there who, and none of this is financial advice, but there's a lot of you out there who are interested in Fetch.ai. Don't confuse this as a moment to sell, because you really never know when this thing could continue. There are good things going on in the chart as well. You know, you do have lower lows here while maintaining higher lows. You've got hidden bullish divergence. Volume is building. You know, you're at an area it would make sense to top off, but also, you know, looking at it on the daily, you're hanging around this area. You absolutely could continue to go higher. I would just, you know, I'm wondering why it hasn't happened yet, but it might happen soon with that being said. So maybe you do move up to 436 before seeing this consolidation, and then you consolidate around 280 to 436. I feel like that might have been what I said in my last video. I guess I just have a different attitude about it today. I'd be curious to see how today closes, because it looks like you close right at that 1272 again. It's like you want to, but you're just not breaking through it. So if you close below this day here, then I would say you're probably going below 244. But if you can maintain prices above the 1272, maybe you move to 436 before you consolidate, as I've been kind of saying throughout most of this video. But nonetheless, I expect it, if not now, it goes up a little bit more. But if not now, it does that. But if not, then it'll consolidate for weeks, months, potentially. It's FET. Let's move on to PYI. Low to high. 236 support. It's very similar to not just some of the ones we've talked about already as far as the circumstances it's in, but also like to Bitcoin itself as well, and others. But you've had a nice drop. Whenever I say it's similar, I mean this little thing here where it's like it's showing positive pushback, you know, but is it a bull trap? Is it going to promote continued growth? That's kind of the question. You're at a point that wouldn't be crazy to find support on your RSI. I just don't like the volume that's coming. That's not a lot of volume for a day like this, right? It's a nice area to bounce from. Let's see. Top to bottom, man, that's a really nice area to bounce from, MHAP. But if you reject the 886, you're kind of bouncing and then rejecting, and then I would expect that you'd go down to like 6 cents. So I want to see how today closes again. You're going to have to hit me, man, again tomorrow. Let's pay attention to this one, man, because it really is. It's at a critical point right now. If today follows through green, then you're looking good. Not only are you getting the follow through, but you close above the 1886 after finding support on the 1618 and the relative 236. Your next target would be 9.6 cents. But if you do close today red, like significantly red, at least half of this candle, if not all the way back down to the 1618, I would expect you break this. You probably go down to 5.4 cents or lower. So until then, you're just essentially consolidating, I suppose. But if you do break a little bit higher, I would think you're good for 9.6 cents, if not 11.67 cents. So hard to say. Hard to say. 4 hour does not look bad. I will say that does not look bad at all. Hard to say. I don't know. I like it. I kind of like it. I'll leave it with that. So I like it. That's PYI. XDC for Ben G the third. High to low, 2272 hit, 618 hit, 1618 hit. XDC doing its thing, man. I don't mind this. I really don't mind this at all, actually. I think it looks good. Might have found a low as well. Very similar thing, though. We got to see follow through. It's a nice area to bounce, but it really depends, I suppose, on Bitcoin and the rest of the market. With how you're looking, I don't know. You're at an area where I would expect you to hold. I kind of would. I don't think you're going to break this formation to the downside. I think that would be really bad if you did. Not that it can't happen and then you can't recover, but that would just mean you're probably not going to recover for months, man, months. And you've already been trying to recover for months. You know, it's been since July. I remember when I was getting all the hate from the XDC people up here, man, when I was literally at the top saying probably not a good time to buy. To be fair, I was saying it's probably going down here as well. You know, it went up without me, but hey, it inevitably went down. It went down without me. It went up without me. I'm probably not going to buy this one, but it does look interesting. Definitely see where the interest could come from. It's like if you like XRP, why not invest in XDC? There's going to be or XLM, you know, there's more potential, I think, in stuff like this. And they've got that thing with the British Parliament, don't they? They've got like something like with a government wants to implement them. I forget what it is, but it's kind of a big deal, I think. That's what this pump was about, I'm pretty sure. But top to bottom, I think you want to go above 5.5 cents. I mean, you kind of already have, but really I think you're slowly going to work your way up there. Let's look at the 4 hour real quick. The 4 hour does not look happy, man. It can start looking happy if you get some follow through, but I guess same thing as a lot of these. It's going to depend on today if it can continue to close green. Really, I'd like to see you close above 4.9 cents. If you can close above 4.9 cents, then you're going up to 5.5 cents, and if you can do that, then you're on to 6.9 cents and beyond probably. Until then, you might just be boring or moving down. But I really wouldn't expect that you'd move down from here, at least too significantly. I think you'd hold this formation, but let me just see real quick. I guess you could move down. I know I've called for these prices before, but I mean, maybe they are on the table still. I don't know. Yeah, that weekly RSI it's really not that nice. And the daily RSI doesn't look that nice either. It has potential to if it continued to grow. I don't know, XDC. Maybe you do move down. I'm curious. So you've already broken that structure. Okay, well, whatever. Super curious, man. You could move down to 3.7 cents, and if you do that, you're probably going to take your time. You've taken your time to get all the way down here. I would think you would continue to take your time to get down there, but I don't know. this one threw me for a loop, man. I was bullish on it at first, but kind of having a hard time right now being bullish on it. You're above your 618 right now. Stay above your 618. High to low. Yeah, man. Close above 4.88 cents, and then I think you're fine. But if you can't close above that, and then you go below your 618, which is essentially at this 0.69 at about 4.2, 4.3 cents. If you close below that, then yeah, you're moving down to like 3.7, 3.4 cents, somewhere around there. That's XDC, you guys. I spent way too much time on that. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time. I feel like it's a bit conflicting. There's a lot of cryptos right now that are at more or less critical points. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I mean. Like, for a lot of these coins, right? They look bullish. They look bullish because of yesterday, but then today, if you get something like this, like that's not good. There's a lot of time left in the day, right? There's a lot of time. There's not a lot of volume here. 19 hours, 38 minutes. We could absolutely recover. We absolutely could, but 12% down already. What I mean by critical point is a lot of these cryptos right now, they're at a point where if you see something like this, that could really be the signal that we're actually just starting this down move across the board rather than just seeing a small correction and then continuing higher. Low to high. Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. Closing above the 382 is nice, but giving it right back is not. I would think you want to go to 1546 or 1435. Yeah, daily RSI looks weak. 4 hour looks sad. I think you do. I think you want to go lower. So that's Zeff. Easy peasy. Hope you're here this time, Geek USA, because I did talk about it. I do remember actually giving you a shout out, but maybe it was just in a video that you didn't see. I know that YouTube doesn't promote all my videos. Even if you hit the bell icon, man. By the way, hit that bell icon. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Mobile. If I could talk straight today, man. I don't know what's in what. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. Helium mobile. Very overbought, but you could get overboughter. You really could. Top, come on now, top to bottom. Closed above the 1618. You've been battling it, man. Yeah, I think you want to go higher. Probably at least back up to that 0.00649 area, if not all the way up to 0.0075. Or higher, sure. You could go up here, but let's see how you interact with this line. It's been a hard-fought battle just to close above the 1618, but if you can close above that 1886, then yeah, 0.0075 is on the table, even 0.0086 is on the table, so looking good. I could believe that you move up there, honestly. I like the RSIs on the daily and the 4 hour. 2 hour looks fine, yeah. 1 hour, if you were to start moving upwards, you would have to do it now, essentially. Because if not, you might make another try for the downside. But that's the 1 hour. That wouldn't even that downside would be resolved by the end of today. So, anyways, yeah, I think you want to go higher. At least 0.0065, but I have a feeling you're going to see this area or this area, 0.0075 to 0.0086 soon, very soon. Doco. Bitmart. Is this right? Maybe we should do it on this one. Jesus is on discount, you guys. Huge dump last week. I think this is fine. Doco. I don't even know what Doco is. Yeah, I think this is better. Right? Yeah. Oh. Higher high on the daily, lower high on the RSI, bearish divergence, but it's kind of already played out. You've had that movement down. The 4 hour looks fine to me, man. Yeah, I think you want to go higher. I think what you did was you broke out of your all-time highs here. You had some like shakeouts where it like looked bearish for a couple days there, and then you just ate it back up. You've really been closing above previous resistance points. I think it looks good. Don't expect it to go down again. And if it does do one of these days, it'll be very, very quick, very, very fast, and there won't be a lot of liquidity down there. But at this point, man, I think you're going to go up to 0.00868 to 0.01, so 1 cent, 1.11 cents, or higher. You look like, I mean, it's a nice move. It's a very nice move into this consolidation range. What's wrong with me today, guys? Why can't I talk? I haven't drank enough water. Very nice move as of right now. I would think that you see somewhat of a mimicked movement as far as like overall price growth goes. Maybe not. That's actually huge. Let's see. I mean, that put you all the way up around your 2618. Maybe that is where you go. Yeah, something like that. Probably a very low cap coin, so you can see that, yeah. If not, you're going to continue to move sideways until you're ready to break up, but I do think you want to do that at some point. So that's Doco. Let's move on to Filecoin here. Very nice breakout, doing the same thing. You're just consolidating above your breakout point. I think if you go lower, you're not going to go too much lower, but when you're ready, you are going to see the rest of this move take place, and it's going to be phenomenal. Top to bottom here. $13.40, $20.77, $29.17, anything and everything in between. I like that. You know, you pull back to your 886. I really do think you're going to go higher. It's just a matter of when as well, because until then, you're consolidating. You do have a lower low in your RSI with a lower low in your price. You could, especially if you reject today, if you close red today after hitting your 100 level, after bouncing from your 886, going to your 100, I would think that you do go to your 786, which is all the way down at 727, maybe even the 618, which is all the way down at about 590. What was that, 727 to 590? Yeah, that might be the area. That wouldn't look weird at all either, right? Like, let's do that. Draw a line like that. I'll draw a circle there. Then I'll draw a circle kind of here in this area. And then we will delete this. I mean, you know, that's your 618 right there. If we were to put this, I guess, adjust it to that. It doesn't quite hit that line. I don't know, anything and everything between there. See, I think that's fine. 727 to like 580, 590, somewhere in there. A higher low could be on the table. But it might not, because you are consolidating. I mean, to be fair, if you just kept moving sideways, you would come in contact with that line as well. So that would put you out in like June. I mean, you could consolidate for a while, but I doubt you would do that. You just broke out of your accumulation zone. Or did you? Like, I think you did, yeah. I don't know, though. What's down here? That's right around that area, man. I don't know. I think it's going down for the time being. I think it is going down. And then you have more to go, but you're just consolidating for now. So that's Filecoin. VAI. $1272 hit, 100 hit. You could go back to the 886 at 22 cents, just below there, and then continue to move higher. I do like your daily RSI though. Same thing as a few of these. If it continues to grow from here, if we get some follow through, I think that would look fine. The volume isn't really where it should be, but it's not as bad as some of the other comparisons are. You do have somewhat of like a head and shoulders pattern here, though. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? You can see it. Here's your shoulder, right there, head and shoulders. And that would be good for a move like down. If and when you broke that, let's just say the neckline's here. I don't know, something like that. Because it's slanted, it's a little bit slanted, right? That would send you down to your 786, all the way down at 18 cents or lower. Yeah, that could be on the table. You don't have to see the measure move. This might not even be a head and shoulders, but it does kind of fit the profile in my opinion. Volume's declining the same way, yeah. And you're at the top area of the shoulder. You could go up a little bit more, but being that you're also in line with these highs, I don't know if you do. I think you want to go lower. I do. Yeah, the 4 hour is all right, but I think it could look better. The daily is also all right. You know, bouncing off that 50 is nice, man. But if you don't get follow through today, I would be skeptical. And follow through has to be more than like 37 cents. We need more than that. I want you to close above 38 cents. If you can do that, then we can talk. But without the follow through, I'm a bit skeptical. So that's VAI. PHALA USD. I swear, man, go back and play like the last 3 coins. I think I've started out the exact same way. It's like I'm bullish on it at first and then flipped bearish. Bullish on the overall move. A lot of these look good overall, but then, you know, the more immediate term time frames are bearish. And that's why I normally start from the weekly and move in, so that actually makes sense. Yeah, we'll do it here. Very, very bullish. Decent volume for what's in comparison to the rest of the chart. Top to bottom. You could pull back, man. You could. That's a hell of a run. Didn't close above your 2618. Not any of the last 2 days that you've been above it even. Today you went above it. Now you're back down already. I would bet you pull back to your 2272 at least, which is all the way down at 25 cents. You're at 29.1 cent now, but you could really go all the way back to 1786, 1886 land, where it's at like 20.8 to 21.7 cents. That wouldn't be crazy. You'd still be in line with these higher lows, so. But we'll see. Maybe what you do instead is you just, again, consolidate like some of these coins are. But I would, after a run like that, I would kind of look for a pullback. I would. Yeah. It makes sense to me, man. See you down here. Let's say 21 cent to 23 cent, somewhere around there. That's PHA. HNT. Having a hard time here already, man. It could go lower. It looks like it could go lower in the more immediate terms, but I think you are at an area where you might look like you wanna find some support. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit lower. Probably down to about 660, 620, that area. You're at 727 now, so around a dollar less is what I would think. Yeah, 4 hour looks like it wants to go down. Yep, 618, 69, that's what you're doing. 660 to 620, that's what I'm thinking. HNT, used car on, what is it? Dex screener. A gently used 2001 Honda Civic, that's what it is. Volume, $1 million. Again, you guys, this one, I said it last time, but a gently used Honda Civic worth $1 million. I mean, that's how much volume's in it. What's the market cap? Why won't you tell me? Do I have to look it up on my phone? I'll look it up on my phone if I have to. I know, I'm sideways, man. Alright, I guess I can't look it up on my phone, but that's okay. Whatever, man. Whatever. A gently used car, 21 hour. So I would assume it has a higher market cap than 1 million. If this is what I think it is, if it's a meme, cool, then whatever. But and it is a meme to some degree. But if it's like a tokenized real world vehicle, no Honda is worth $1 million, you guys. Probably not. But maybe it's not. I really don't know anything about this coin at all besides its name. I would just be curious. It'd be kind of funny and clever, I think, if it was actually like a form of owning shares in a gently used 2001 Honda through cryptocurrency. That's what people plan on doing with real estate, right? Is tokenizing it so that you can buy sections of it, parts of it, and it's like investing in a real estate without having to own the entire house, something like that. But like using it for a car, it's kind of, you're investing in a car that has $1 million in volume. I'm talking way too much about it. It looks like you're holding support right at this line, which is nice to see. Low to high. I think it's fine. You could go lower. Oh, you already tipped. I don't know, man. That might have been it. That might have been it for this one. I'd like to see you continue to grow. And then really you have to break this lower high structure. So you're going to have to get above like 45 cents, 44 cents. Close above there. That'd be nice to see. But continue to grow from here, man. That's really what I'd like to see. I think you will. I think in the immediate term you will go up. But will you break this downward structure? That's the key kind of bit there. Because if you can, good. It looks very productive. But if you can't, cause for concern. Because you might be going, all the way back down to 1.68 cents, maybe even all the way down to 1.16 cents. But for now, I think you're going higher. I do. I think you're good for at least 3.9 cents, 4 cents or so. But I'd like to see you close above 4.4 to 4.5 cents. Close above that. Anyways, that's it, everybody. That's all I got for you. So if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. I can't think which one would be the winner for this. Fat looked really powerful. There's a few that looked really good. Oh, it might be this one. It might be the gently used Honda. Although I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would put my money in this, but it does look like it wants to go up right now in the more immediate terms. A decent bit too. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, we're going to give the win to Jordan Bailey tonight. That's it. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.